Welcome! My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. And I am going to work with my Faith Basics kits again today. And I just wanted to remind you that all of the Faith Basics kits are on sale at my coffee shop for 30% off, but just until November 30th. So you just have a couple of days left. There is over there a master index spreadsheet that explains all the kits, because some of them are in bundles and different things. So check that out. And the sale code is FB for Faith Basics. I'm not sure if it has to be capitals, but that's how I set it up. So I'll put it on the screen here, FB30. So Faith Basics 30% off. So today I'm just going to make these cute little booklets. And I made two different ones. So I just have a little dangle here. This is the chipboard charms that I had made using the Faith Basics, actually the Labels Galore kit a while ago. I like to make, I showed in a recent video, not all of the, but some of the little ephemera that I make with the Faith Basics when I feel like just making a little thing, but I don't feel like making a whole journal or whatever. I make bits of ephemera and then I store it in a big bin. And then when I make a project like this, I don't have to make, this chipboard thing plus this, plus, this tag. I can do it all kind of mass make ahead of time, and then I just sort of pick and choose what I want, and it's just so much easier to make these projects. And even this one, could be an insert into a bigger journal. So even this one is not necessarily a final project. It could be. So this one, I used a piece of file folder, and I'll walk you through one in a couple of minutes. I just put one of the Faith Galore Labels Galore labels there. And here is one of the Polaroids from the Sepia 1800s package. So this one would be perfect just to finish the whole cover. You wouldn't even need anything else. This is one of the distressed papers from one of the Faith Basics kits, and I just stuck a couple of just random things in here. Here's a little folder that is one of the ID Beatitudes. So this one says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied." So that I tucked in there. This is just a little piece of, this is one of my lined bookmarks. They're just really basic, but I use them over and over and over and over again. It's just so handy to have, little distressed pieces of lined paper. So I just had that one on my desk. I stuck that one in there. Here's one of the postcards. This says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge," from Psalm 91 verse 4. So that is in there as well. And this is one of the hang tags that has date, reference, scripture, and some notes there, and pouring my art out for the Lord. So that lives in there as well. And then that's the back. And inside I made a pocket here. I didn't decorate this pocket. I could have easily put one of my, just even a label or something, blessed. Now that I am looking at this, I need to have, I can't just leave that pocket like that. So let's see what this would look like. Just quick and simple. Yep. I like that. This is one of the, I think it's part of the Christian backgrounds, because this one, you can just see a part of it there, holy, holy, holy. So now I'll put it over here. So that just says blessed. This is either in the Labels Galore or in the tickets. I can't remember which kit it's in. They're similar. Here I have in my pocket 3 of the mini index cards. I just love these two. I use these over and over again. You get 3 different shades of neutrals and 2 pages of each one. I think there's 9 on a page. Yeah, I think there's 9 on a page. And some of them have, like this has prayer, meditate, and praise on it, and some of them are blank. So you have lots of choices for, and these are just so, I use them all the time, just to tuck into a pocket for another little extra place to write a prayer, to write a meditation, to write a praise, or just anything. And then I just have some coffee dyed paper in here. So it's a little mini journal. And then here I have part of one of my collage strips that I had made. Again, this was in my stash from Faith Basics. So I just made a whole bunch of strips with some of the tickets and stamps and the word strips, and I stamped and different things on it. So that just makes a really cute little pocket. Decorates, I put that same paper that I have on the cover on the back, and that is a pocket as well. So I have a postcard in there. God is good all the time. Love that. And then there's another pocket in this part. And this is just one of the labels galore. So this is a larger label. So you can use this even as a pocket or whatever. So this is Jesus' best gift ever. And those labels, label galores, the labels in the label galore kit, you can print in a bunch of different sizes and stuff too, sizes and colors. And so there's the first one. And then I made one that was a little bit simpler. This one just, and we're going to make one like this today. This is already done for you in the wildflower, it's called wildflower cards or something like that. I can't remember now. Maybe wildflower God is cards. So God is good, so we do not have to look elsewhere. And then in here I put another one of those collage strips for a pocket. I guess I didn't stick anything in that pocket either. And then the little mini journal. And then here I just used one of the little postcards. There's different sizes of postcards. This one says Be the Light. And then I put a couple of little inserts in there. So this is one of the floral cards. They come in different sizes as well. And here's one of the collage tags. So just a bunch of different things in the background. Hope changes everything, and just reflections there. So that can go there, or you can stick it in there. And then I have another label at the back. So really cute, easy to make, and you know, you can tuck them into a journal, tuck them into a stocking. They're really fun to make. So we're going to make one right now. So you can use whatever you would like for the base. I've made these before, and I've used just a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, either, you know, scrapbooking paper cardstock or a digital cardstock, whatever you want. And if you cut it in half, so this is 8.5. If you cut it in half, you can get 2 of these from one piece of cardstock. This I just took from a manila file folder. So this one I cut 8.5, and this way I cut it by 5. You can make it with the cardstock one, you can make it a little bit taller if you want. And if you notice, one of these, this is taller than the other. This is 1/2 inch taller. For this particular card that comes in the kit, it's a little bit shorter. So I didn't want all of that. You can. I didn't want all of that space there, so I cut it down a little bit. So this is 8.5 by 5. And I'm going to score it at 4 1/4, which is in half, and then 4 3/4. So 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. And I'll just put that away so we can fold it in half. And I'm just going to take a minute to ink. Okay, so I just inked all of the edges, inside and out. Folded on both of those score lines. So the one with the side with the extra score line is your front. So this is the back, this is the front. And I'm just going to glue this card right to this part of the front. I'm not going to overlap onto this 1/2 inch. That's going to be like our spine. So I'm just going to glue that on. Just use a bit of glue stick. And whenever I use glue stick, you probably don't have to, but I always like to just put a dot of glue on all of my corners just to make sure it doesn't come up there. And then I'll just center that on here. And there's the cover pretty much done. These are so easy if you use that for the cover. Then I want to, well, I might as well just stick a little label at the back here like I did on the other ones. This one says Faith Can Move Mountains. That just adds a little extra something on the back. You can do these up any way you want. There's many, many, many different ways you can do these up. So I'm just kind of showing you the basics and how it looks with the Faith basics here. So then I'm going to do a little bit of pockets in here. So I thought for this side I have another piece of a collage strip, so I think I'm going to glue this on for a pocket. So I think I want this seek part to show. I don't want to cut it right in the middle of there. Cut the guitar in half, but yeah, that'll be perfect. So I'm just going to glue this on here. This is a little bit heavier with all of the layers on here. So I'm just gonna clip this on here just for a couple of minutes while it dries. My glue is not quite as quick drying as like art glitter glue. My glue is Elmer's Glue Wall, which I find is a fantastic glue for the price. Art glitter glue is just really expensive where I live, but it takes an extra minute to dry, which for most things doesn't matter, but for something thick it'll take a little bit extra there. And then I thought on the other side I would just put the rest of this and just make it like a little tuck. So these snippets look really good, these collage strip snippets, whatever you want to call them. They look good, you know, cut in pieces. Like, you know, the guitar, like I said, I cut the guitar in half, but it still looks good, I think. So you can get a lot of mileage out of one strip. And I have a video on how to make, you know, these collage strips and lots of these things, like the chipboard charms on the front, the dangles. I've got videos on all of that if you want to check the playlist below. And I did a recent video that just showed, oh, I don't know how many, probably 15 to 20 different projects that I've made with these Faith Basics, and I just kind of went through the kits. So not through the kits exactly, but went through the projects that are on the YouTube channel, so you can check that out if you want to get some more inspiration. So I thought I would just put this blessing somewhere as well. This is one of the Scrabble tiles. Again, these come in different sizes. And I think I'm going to put it over here actually. Different sizes, different phrases, so that can go there. And then I think I want to actually glue this on here. This is, I don't actually think this is, maybe this is in one of the paper kits. I actually can't remember where this is from. Just any piece of lined paper though is going to work for that. So I'm just going to leave that as, you know, kind of the background. You can make some notes on that. And then I still have my whole pocket to function. So I'm just going to put that aside for a minute. And then I'm going to make a couple of pages. And This is just some coffee dyed paper that I did some digital stamping on a piece of paper. I think I actually digital stamping, and then I think I printed it with my LaserJet printer, and then I coffee dyed it because with the LaserJet it's waterproof, so that works well. So I'm just going to tear this probably. Just want to do it in half. So these booklets are kind of sized perfectly, you know, just to kind of have no waste on your different pieces. So it's basically 2 of these folded, and because this one is a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, I'll have to take a little bit more off. But pretty much, I like to do kind of zero waste or close to zero waste projects, because otherwise we just get so many scraps. So that's about 4 1/4. So that is right that direction. And I'm just going to trim it a little bit less than 5 inches because my book is 5 inches. So I'm going to do maybe just 1/8 of an inch shorter is good. Okay, so these should be dry by now. Just take that out. And where I cut it, I can ink a little bit more on the cut ends there. The rest of it I think I had inked before. And this one as well. There. And then I want to put my pages in. So I'm going to put my pages in using eyelets, and you can use this, you know, you could sew it in, you could staple it in if you want. I'm just going to kind of center it from top to bottom, poke it right in there as far as I can, and I'm actually going to make a mark 1 inch from each end of the spine, just so that it looks a little more centered. I'm going to punch one of my large crocodile holes there, and the eyelets that I use are just a smidge bigger than this crocodile hole, so I usually just enlarge the holes just a little bit with my pokey tool there. And I have a couple of eyelets, which hopefully will go in better now. Sometimes they just pop in, and sometimes I struggle. It's going through a couple of thicknesses, it's a little harder to. There we go. And this one, is this one going to pop in for me? Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. These eyelets, I just buy, you know, 100 of them for a couple of dollars, so they're so much cheaper than the brand name ones that I can forgive the little extra effort it takes. It's not usually this hard. I can also just widen my hole just a tiny bit. That'll work too. Okay, and then I'm going to set the eyelets. And then you can do different things here. You could tie a ribbon like through the 2 holes and do a bow here. I've done that before. These particular ones, I'm just going to use the eyelets as the part that holds that together. And I'm going to tie on one of these chipboard charms. I'm just going to use a little piece of twine. I've got a couple of jump rings on that particular chipboard charm. Tie a bow if you want. I'm just going to tie a knot this time. And there's my little dangle. So cute, cute. There's the back. And then the only thing we really need to do is just put a couple of things in our pockets here. So I have another postcard here handy. Consider how the wildflowers grow, from Luke 12:27. So I can just stick that in there. I'm just going to actually sneak a couple of things from this one because I don't have anything else handy right at the moment, but you can stick whatever you want in there. The Faith Basics, you know, kind of all coordinate together. You can add different little bits of color like this one has. This is one of my blue distressed backgrounds. This one was the red, one of the red distressed backgrounds. So they all kind of coordinate. So you can just kind of use whatever you want. And there is our next booklet. So super quick and easy. And yeah, you can use them for all kinds of things. So thank you so much for watching. Again, the Faith Basics line, and I've never done this before, so especially for 30% off, and it's just for the Faith Basics. So 30% off everything, including the bundles. So it's a great value just until November 30th, and code is here. So if you want to take advantage of that, go ahead and do that. And also don't forget the spreadsheet, the master index spreadsheet. You can just download that for free on the coffee shop, and then you can see how the kits all work and how they work together and how they bundle and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any other questions or comments, leave it down below and I'll see if I can help you. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Blessings.